Take a slow, welcoming breath, letting the chest rise in its own time, and notice how even one gentle inhale can bring a touch of calm to a busy mind. In this quiet space together, the heart softens and the shoulders drop. Hopes of sudden wealth, perhaps through a tiny piece of paper carrying bright numbers, often spark excitement mixed with worry. Yet peaceful curiosity is the true doorway to every good outcome. There is no need to chase, to strain, or to wait by the clock. Richness of any kind, even lottery riches, draws nearer when inner waters grow still and clear. Place a hand lightly over the heart, feeling its steady beat. With each pulse, whisper softly inside, "Peace welcomes prosperity." Spend a few moments sensing how the body listens to kind words. Notice warmth spreading in the chest, perhaps a gentle tingling in the fingertips, maybe even a lightness behind the eyes. This simple attention plants the first seed of quiet energy, the calm signal that life's abundance can recognize from afar. Allow the breath to lengthen on the exhale, as though releasing tight knots of pressure that have been carried for far too long. If doubt whispers that good fortune never lands at your door, simply nod at the thought and let it drift like a cloud across an open sky. No fight is needed. The sky never argues with a passing cloud. It holds steady in vast blue patience. In the same way, inner stillness can hold steady while old thoughts float by. Quiet energy begins in these small pauses, natural, tender, and respectful of current feelings. It is not forced meditation or rigid control. It is simply a choice to offer the body and mind a moment of safety. In safety, the nervous system settles, muscles loosen, breathing evens out. Biochemistry shifts toward balance, releasing signals that the environment is friendly. Opportunities favor those signals more than they favor anxious tension. Calm sends a clear invitation. Good can enter here. Gently guide awareness downward to the belly, letting each inhale puff it outward, then softening on the release. Picture this rhythmic motion as ocean waves touching the shore and returning to the deep again. While the body follows that motion, the mind can try on a new viewpoint. Wealth and serenity may walk hand in hand. Some stories suggest that only hard struggle brings reward, yet experience shows that calm confidence often opens doors that force could never unlock. Feel the way the heartbeat, breath, and belly roll together like instruments in a soothing song. Let this harmony play for a few quiet cycles, each one carrying the silent message, "Life supports me." Even if outside circumstances appear crowded or uncertain, the inner room of faith remains spacious. That room is where the lottery of life writes its most surprising blessings. To keep the doorway open, invite this closing affirmation to settle into the cells. I relax into miracles, and miracles recognize me. Notice now the gentle hush that has grown in the chest. That hush holds a soft power, quiet energy, the steady pulse under surface thoughts. On the skin, it feels like a cool breeze. In the mind, it is a wide meadow with room to breathe. Restless longing often chatters, asking, when will it happen? Why not yet? Quiet energy, in contrast, sits with a smile that knows arrival is already underway. It does not deny desire, it refines it. Desire in its calm form becomes serene expectancy, a lighthouse that beams outward without frantic flashing. Such expectancy is more than thought. It is vibration. The body mirrors it in relaxed shoulders, a lifted chin, a slow blink. Every cell picks up the frequency and carries it through blood and lymph. The heart pumps it outward, and the subtle field around the body hums in tune. To sense that field, close the eyes for a moment and pay attention to the space just beyond the skin, as though hands could feel a soft cushion of air hugging the arms. Some describe this as an aura, others as personal atmosphere. Name it whatever feels comfortable. The key is noticing that it changes with mood. When thoughts race, the field can feel prickly and hurried. When calm thinking prevails, the field stretches smooth and inviting. Quiet energy is not absence of thought, it is harmonious thought. Like a tuned violin, it carries no harsh screech. That harmony aligns unseen doors in daily life. A friendly smile from a stranger, a helpful opportunity at the store, a spark of intuition guiding which numbers to choose or where to place hopes. Serene expectancy sends out a clear broadcast. I am ready to receive. Life, ever responsive, answers by paving routes for ease. Try a brief check-in, starting at the crown. Scan slowly downward through the head, neck, shoulders, chest, stomach, hips, legs, and feet. Without judgment, simply note any tight spots or areas of warmth. Each noticing breathes understanding into that spot, as if saying, I see you, you can relax. Imagine tension melting like ice on a sunny windowsill, dripping away in its own time. Again, there is no forcing. Natural warmth does the lifting. This body scan not only loosens muscles, but trains awareness to rest on the present, where power lives. While attention stays planted here, a balanced nervous system releases beneficial hormones, endorphins, serotonin, that support clear thinking and good decisions. Calm choices ripple outward, shaping circumstances in surprisingly favorable ways. Bring the hand back to the heart and offer this simple statement. I allow gentle expectation to guide me. Note the body's reaction, perhaps a deeper sigh, shoulders settling a fraction lower, or a pleasant tingling at the back of the neck. Take these signals as proof that quiet energy already works within. It needs no complex ritual. Even now, subtle shifts are realigning inner tuning forks so they ring in harmony with incoming blessings. The calm field has begun to glow. Mental clutter can disrupt this soft glow, much like static crackling in old radio speakers. Static shows up as self-doubt, worry, or stories of past disappointments. I never win. Luck skips me. Money slips through my fingers. To clear such noise, first acknowledge it without blame. Suppose a radio host speaks rudely. A listener can change the station rather than fight through the static. In the same manner, when the inner voice grows harsh, a gentle redirection suffices. Pick up a notebook and write freely for 5 minutes about every fear or block around wealth. Let sentences tumble out, uncensored. They may sound like, I fear people will judge me if I win, or I worry I'll mishandle sudden money. When the timer ends, read the list aloud in a calm voice. Hearing the words outside the mind often shrinks their size. Next, draw a line beside each statement and write one soothing response beside it. I can learn to manage money with guidance, or I welcome positive support around me. This converts noise into clarity, trimming static into a clean signal. The act of writing also engages the logical brain, inviting cooperation rather than resistance. After journaling, close the notebook and breathe once more into the space behind the sternum. Sense the difference. Perhaps air flows more smoothly down the throat, or the brow feels cooler. These subtle shifts confirm that space is open, the inner room is airing out, windows are flung wide. Picture dusty curtains drawn aside, sunlight pouring in. Thought patterns align with that light, bright and crisp. If any residual doubt shows up, greet it like an old visitor. Offer it tea, then kindly show it the door. Next, stand in front of a mirror. Meet the gaze softly as one might greet a trusted friend. Speak this phrase with steady cadence. I am open to pleasant surprises. Watch the reflection respond. Maybe lips curve into a half smile, maybe eyes soften. Notice how the phrase lands differently from the standard, I have to win. Openness invites, desperation repels. Repeat 3 times, pausing between each to absorb the tone. The mirror work may feel tender, even vulnerable, yet that tenderness is fertile ground where new beliefs take root. Release any lingering tightness in the jaw by rolling the shoulders back and letting the tongue rest on the floor of the mouth. Feel how the neck lengthens. Then move the body gently, perhaps swaying side to side, lifting arms overhead, stretching fingers wide. Movement helps new affirmations settle below the neck, where they become living instructions rather than mere concepts. While moving, whisper softly, quiet energy guides my steps. Let the movement slow until stillness returns. Place palms together at the heart and bow the head slightly in gratitude for the courage shown in clearing static. As night approaches, revisit the list of limiting statements and, if desired, burn or tear it, releasing ashes or scraps with a silent blessing. Thank you for the lesson. You are free to transform. Visualize those worries turning into sparkling dust, lifted by a light breeze, joining the stars. The mind-body system imprints this symbolic release, further reinforcing that the internal radio now plays a clear, sweet melody. The signal that remains is tuned to welcoming channels. Throughout daily tasks, carry a small phrase on the breath. Ease leads the way. Whisper it while washing dishes, standing in line, or walking across a parking lot. Each repetition strengthens neural pathways associated with calm competence. Brain scans show that affirming phrases, spoken with emotion, light up regions responsible for motivation and reward. Thus, every soft repetition not only feels good, but builds lasting circuits that draw favorable outcomes. Over time, what once felt like wishful thinking becomes a lived foundation. To close this clearing practice, take one final scan of the body from crown to toes. Notice how breath flows, how the spine sits, how the face rests. Offer inward thanks for showing up to the exercise. Gratitude seals the session, much like a gentle bow at the end of a dance. The static has quieted, and in its place hums a tranquil field, open, receptive, and ready for whatever fortunate surprise wishes to land. The quiet energy is now strong, steady, and unmistakably yours. Now let's place both feet gently on the floor and bring the awareness again to the breath. There is no need to do anything special. Just noticing the rhythm is enough. From this space of awareness, we begin to understand something powerful. That thoughts are not just stories in the mind, they are energy. Every thought carries a feeling, and every feeling is like a little messenger to the body. When we think I am safe, the heart slows. When we think I will never have enough, the shoulders tighten. There is a connection between what we think and how our bodies behave, right down to the tiniest cell. The body listens closely to what the mind says, even when the words are silent. Thoughts create tension or peace. They create pressure or freedom. When we think with fear, the body prepares for danger, even when no danger is present. But when we begin to choose peaceful, kind thoughts, the body sighs in relief. This is the moment where healing begins. This is where the doorway to receiving opens. Let the hands rest in the lap now. Breathe into the space where the ribs rise and fall. That space is your center of balance. Here is a soft truth. We cannot create abundance while drowning in stress. When the body feels unsafe, it cannot receive fully. It goes into survival. So, if we wish to invite sudden wealth or any kind of good fortune, we must first help the body feel safe, supported, and loved. That is how quiet energy starts to speak louder than chaos. Now consider this gentle practice. Each morning before speaking a single word, place both palms over the heart and say silently, "It is safe for me to receive." Repeat this slowly 3 times. Allow the words to land not just in the mind, but also in the belly, in the chest, and behind the eyes. The cells take in this message and begin adjusting their signals. As this message becomes familiar, the body begins to relax into a new pattern. The heart doesn't race. The breath doesn't shorten. The nervous system, so often overwhelmed, begins to hum a steady tune. And when that tune plays, life responds. This is not magic, it is alignment. When the nervous system is calm, decisions improve, reactions soften, kindness flows more easily, intuition becomes stronger, and that inner clarity leads us straight to situations that match our energy. Even the smallest decisions begin to shift. Taking a different road, pausing at a certain store, choosing a different number. It might feel like coincidence, but it's not. It's the body and mind walking in the same rhythm. Let the next breath be slower than the last. Imagine that breath wrapping the whole body in a soft light. That light is your awareness, calming and centering. With each breath, the light grows steadier. It tells the whole system, I am supported. And in this steady state, the body begins to feel ease. Ease is the gateway. Ease is how the good gets in. Now try this. Bring to mind a recent moment when you felt stressed or uncertain about money. Notice where that feeling sits in the body. It might be in the chest, the stomach, or the throat. Gently place your hand on that area. Say quietly within yourself, "You are safe now. You are not alone." Speak kindly to the body as if comforting a child who has been afraid. Let the body feel seen and heard. The body does not need punishment to change. It needs gentleness, patience, and warmth. These are the tones of true power. From this calm state, thoughts begin to take a new shape. The old stories that said nothing ever works out begin to fade. In their place, we introduce thoughts that sound like, life supports me in surprising ways, or good fortune is already moving toward me. Say these thoughts aloud, slowly. Let the vibration echo through the chest. This is more than words, it is frequency. Thoughts repeated in a calm body turn into beliefs, and beliefs shape the future. At night, just before sleep, is a precious moment. The mind is open, the body is soft. It's the perfect time to repeat gentle affirmations. Try saying this before you rest. Even in sleep, my energy attracts goodness. Whisper it gently, as if wrapping yourself in a cozy blanket of possibility. Let those words drift with you into dreams. When you wake in the morning, say this next one softly before opening your eyes. Today, I walk in quiet alignment with life. These phrases, so simple, become anchors. They help the energy remain steady throughout the day. And when challenges arise, as they sometimes do, return to these quiet words. They are not about forcing change. They are about tuning your system like tuning a harp to the song of abundance. The quiet energy you build becomes part of your presence. Others can feel it, even without words. It is a sense of calm confidence, a still joy that doesn't shout but sings. It doesn't need to prove anything. It doesn't race or compare. It simply rests in truth, that life responds to steady, open hearts. This is the gift of mind-body harmony, not just for wealth, but for every part of life. Because when peace lives inside, the outside world bends to meet it. The heart no longer chases, it receives. And in that receiving, miracles begin. Now bring your attention back to the breath once more. Let it be slower still. Breathe in support. Breathe out resistance. Say softly inside, I am ready to live in quiet abundance. Let that truth settle deep within. It belongs to you now. Now begin to feel the breath with a little more presence. Notice how each inhale brings not just air, but an invisible signal to the body, a message that says, all is well. With each exhale, stress flows out, old doubts flow out, habits of worry begin to dissolve. The breath becomes the rhythm of ease. When held regularly, that rhythm becomes a doorway to something new, the quiet power of expectancy. And in this calm expectancy, we welcome not just the idea of wealth, but the feeling of it. Many long for the lottery as a rescue, a way out of pressure, but the lottery or any sudden blessing is not truly random. It responds best not to desperation, but to readiness. Think of it like a garden. Desperation digs up the seed too often to see if it's growing. Readiness tends the soil, waters gently, and lets time do its work. That is quiet expectancy. Visualize this. In your heart is a small flame. That flame is your faith. You don't need to fan it wildly. You don't need to shout at it to grow. You simply protect it from the wind. Keep it safe. Feed it with gentle breath and kind thoughts. When others rush and worry, you become the calm one, the grounded one. Your energy says, I already believe, and that belief whispers to the universe, I'm ready when you are. Let's pause here for a moment. Close your eyes if you wish. Picture a small ticket gently floating in the air toward your hand. You don't chase it. You simply remain still, hand open. It lands gently. You receive. This is the posture of quiet wealth. a state where wanting transforms into knowing. Instead of repeating, "Please let it happen," begin to say, "It's already happening." This is a shift. It's not blind hope, it is trust. Trust allows the body to stay in harmony while the desire unfolds. You live your normal day, but from a place of deep calm. That calm becomes a magnet. Try saying this gently now. I trust in timing. I enjoy today. These two simple statements do powerful work. One opens the future, the other softens the present. Together, they clear the air so blessings can find you. As you go through the day, bring attention to small moments of luck. A green light, an unexpected smile, a soft breeze on your skin. These are signs of alignment, not because they bring money, but because they prove your energy is already open. Open to ease, open to flow, open to grace. Create a small space for quiet wealth in your daily life. A corner where you sit in stillness, even for 2 minutes. A journal where you write how you wish to feel when wealth arrives. Not what you will buy, but how your body will feel. Safe, joyful, relaxed. Write those feelings down. I feel steady. I feel generous. I feel light. These feelings send a clearer message than any begging prayer. Instead of watching the clock or counting the days, count the calm moments. That is your wealth. It grows each time you return to peace, and from peace all other riches follow. There is no rush, no delay. Life is not holding anything back. It is simply waiting for your signal. Let that signal be still. Let it be gentle. Let it say, I welcome the unexpected with a peaceful heart. And when others speak in fear or rush, bless them silently. Protect your energy. Your calm expectancy is not fragile. It is strong. It carries the truth of your readiness. You don't need to compete. You don't need to prove. You are already tuned to receive. Take one last full breath now. As you release it, let this thought float through you. Abundance knows where I live, and it does. It is already on the way. All you must do is stay open, stay soft, and stay grounded in this truth. Quiet energy attracts miracles, and miracles know how to find their way home. In the quiet moments of morning, even before the sun stretches across the sky, there lies an opportunity to begin again, not through effort or noise, but through stillness. It's in these simple, unseen rituals where the most powerful transformations begin. These are not complex tasks or grand declarations. They are soft invitations to the self. Invitations to remember who you truly are, a being of energy, of intention, of gentle magnetism. Try this simple ritual when you wake, before speaking, before reaching for the phone or opening the window. Place your hands over your heart and say softly, I allow abundance to greet me in every moment. Say it 3 times. Then let silence follow. Let the heart speak back in its own language, perhaps with a little flutter, a soft warmth, or just a deep sigh of relief. This is how we tune the energy field for the day. This is how we send a message, not to the outside world, but to the inner world, where true change begins. As the day moves forward, allow yourself to slow down. Walk a little more mindfully. Eat a little more intentionally. Feel your breath as you sip tea or water. These moments may seem small, but they carry a message to your nervous system. It is safe to relax. When the body feels safe, the mind becomes open. When the mind is open, the heart can trust. And when the heart trusts, life flows freely toward you. Create an evening space that feels like home for your energy. Maybe it's a soft chair, a gentle light, or just the space beneath a cozy blanket. Here, whisper words like, "I rest in the rhythm of receiving." Let these quiet phrases carry you into sleep. Let them rewire the deep places where old fear once lived. Over time, these quiet habits create a new foundation, one that holds the vibration of wealth, not just financial, but emotional, spiritual, and physical richness. You don't need to be loud to be heard by the universe. You only need to be clear. Clear in your energy, clear in your intentions, clear in your ability to pause and say, "I welcome what serves me." That clarity shines like a lighthouse, drawing all that aligns with your peace. You may wish to light a candle now and then, not to call something in, but to honor what already exists. Each flicker reminds you the flame of wealth, the flame of grace already lives in you. These daily rituals are how you tend to that flame. Close your eyes for a moment and picture a soft, blooming garden. The path is lined with gentle stones. The air carries the scent of blossoms. Each step forward feels like being welcomed. At the end of this path is a wooden bench, and sitting quietly on it is a ticket. It's not just any ticket. It carries the vibration of joy, of wonder, of unexpected goodness. You walk slowly to the bench, not racing, not worrying. You sit down, you hold the ticket in your hands, and more than the numbers on it, you feel what it means: expansion, support, affirmation that life is on your side. This image isn't about a prize. It's about a feeling, that feeling of being chosen, not by a game, but by life itself. The lottery may be a symbol, but the energy behind it is very real. That energy of receiving what you didn't expect, but what you deeply welcomed. Feel the wind gently on your skin as you sit on that bench. Feel how the body softens when it no longer tries to force outcomes. Feel how the breath deepens when there is nothing left to chase. This is receiving, this is grace, and this is the moment where miracles recognize you. Now, slowly open your eyes and carry that feeling back with you into your day. It lives inside. It doesn't disappear when you leave the vision. It walks with you. It's the way you pause at the crosswalk, the way you smile at yourself in the mirror, the way your heart opens to ease. There is nothing more to do. Just be present. Keep the channel open. Let that garden remain in your memory as a reminder. When your energy becomes calm and open, life lays the ticket gently in your hand. Sometimes we forget the true power of words, but they are like seeds. Each one holds the potential to grow into something beautiful. When spoken with love and gentleness, affirmations shift the chemistry of the entire body. The brain listens. The heart listens. The energy field begins to rearrange itself to match the truth of what is spoken. Try saying this softly now. Prosperity greets me in expected and delightful ways. Let it roll through your voice like a lullaby. Speak it again, this time with a pause at the end. Let the words settle in the air. This isn't about repeating something until it becomes noise. It's about breathing life into the phrase, letting it soak into the spaces behind the thoughts. Here are a few affirmations you may wish to try. I am open to receiving in calm and surprising ways. Money comes to me gently and naturally. I radiate the energy that attracts joy and wealth. I trust the timing of my blessings. Every breath I take aligns me with abundance. Each phrase carries a note of peace. Say them during moments of stillness, before a meal, while tying your shoes, or just before you close your eyes at night. Let them become part of your rhythm. Repeat your favorite one during a slow walk. Feel the connection between your steps and the earth. Feel how the affirmation anchors your presence. The more grounded you are, the more easily good flows in. There is no perfect way to use these affirmations. The only requirement is sincerity. The words must feel like kindness. If an affirmation ever feels forced, soften it. Choose one that brings you comfort instead. You're not here to convince yourself. You're here to return to your natural knowing. Whisper them, write them, sing them. Let the energy they carry build over time like gentle waves reshaping the shoreline. This is how wealth arrives, not through noise, but through resonance. We often think of money as something separate from us, something outside, something hard to grasp. But what if it's not? What if wealth is simply a response to the frequency we hold each day? Think of a musician tuning their instrument. It doesn't matter how expensive the violin is. If it's out of tune, it won't make beautiful music. In the same way, it doesn't matter how smart you are, how many chances you get, or how many times you play the lottery. If your energy isn't in tune with ease and trust, wealth won't stay. So how do we tune our energy? By living the frequency we wish to attract. That means practicing generosity, even in small ways, saying thank you for every blessing, allowing others to win without jealousy, respecting the money we already have, even if it's a single coin in a jar. Pick one new habit today, just one. Maybe you choose to keep your wallet tidy, to reflect the respect you have for money. Maybe you bless each bill you pay, saying softly, "More flows to me easily." These little habits are not about money, they're about energy. They tell life, "I am a good steward, I am grateful, I am ready." When someone else shares good news, celebrate them. Let your joy for their blessing become your signal to the universe that you're also ready. That's how you prove you're no longer in fear. That's how you show your nervous system there is enough. I am enough. And when doubt creeps in, because it will, just smile softly. Place your hand over your heart and say, "I walk in grace." That grace is your anchor. It keeps you steady while the tide of abundance rushes in. Take one final breath with me now. Not a breath of reaching, not a breath of hoping, but a breath of arrival. Let this be the moment you no longer chase the dream of sudden wealth, but allow it to walk calmly toward you. All the noise, all the fear, all the static, it has served its time. Now you stand in the field of quiet energy, and in this field you don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to struggle to be seen. Your stillness is your magnet. Your gentleness is your strength. The energy you hold now is louder than words, stronger than force, and more radiant than any doubt. You are not just waiting to receive, you are already receiving. In your body's calm, in your heart's readiness, in your daily rituals of softness, you are already aligned with the lottery of life. And whether the blessing arrives through a ticket, a surprise, a gift, or an opportunity, your quiet energy will recognize it, and it will recognize you. Now whisper this softly: all is well. I am open. I am ready. And know, truly know that you are. Let today be your gentle beginning. Let every breath carry the echo of abundance. Let peace guide your path, and let love always be your true wealth.